Imagine if your spiritual growth and personal development became second nature, effortless, fulfilling, and deeply transformative. What if the key to lasting change wasn't intensity, but consistency? The concept of consistency in worship and personal growth refers to the regular and intentional practice of engaging in activities and behaviors that nurture one's spiritual life and self-improvement. Consistency in this context means maintaining a steady commitment to spiritual practices and personal development goals rather than approaching them sporadically. This concept is fundamental because it underscores the importance of persistence in achieving spiritual deepening and continuous self-improvement. By being consistent, individuals can develop habits that lead to meaningful growth and transformation over time. The significance of consistency in worship and personal growth lies in its power to foster lasting change. In worship, consistent practices such as prayer, meditation, or attending religious services create a stable foundation for spiritual enrichment and a deeper connection with one's faith. In personal growth, regular engagement in activities like reading, exercising, or setting personal goals can lead to significant self-improvement and increased life satisfaction. Both domains benefit from discipline and routine, as these elements help to reinforce positive patterns of behavior. Specific examples of this can be seen in daily devotional practices, where setting aside time each day for reflection and prayer can lead to a more profound spiritual experience and understanding. Similarly, committing to a daily journaling practice to track personal growth can provide clarity and insight into one's progress over time. Businesses, too, have recognized the value of consistency, often implementing regular training sessions to ensure continual personal and professional development of their employees. Support for the importance of consistency can be found in various studies, highlighting the benefits of routine in achieving long-term success. Many experts emphasize that without consistency, efforts in both spiritual practices and personal growth may fall short due to a lack of reinforcement and habit formation. However, this concept isn't without challenges. Some argue that too much rigidity might lead to a loss of spontaneity or a reduction in genuine heartfelt involvement in one's practices, turning them into mechanical routines rather than meaningful activities. Now, before we continue, if you find this message inspiring or useful, take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with anyone who could use a little encouragement on their journey toward personal and spiritual growth. Your support helps spread positivity and transformation. Consistency in worship and personal growth is inherently linked to other aspects of life, such as emotional stability, relationship building, and overall life satisfaction. As individuals nurture their inner lives, they often experience improvements in their interpersonal connections and a heightened sense of purpose. This intricate web of influence highlights the necessity of consistency as a cornerstone for holistic development, paving the way for enriched spiritual and personal experiences. Understanding the concepts of worship and personal growth and how they interconnect is crucial to maintaining consistency in both areas. Worship, in its essence, is the act of showing reverence and adoration, particularly towards a higher power or divine being. It encompasses practices, rituals, and expressions that bind the believer to their faith. Personal growth, on the other hand, involves the development and improvement of one's character, knowledge, skills, and emotional intelligence. It's about striving to become the best version of oneself. The interconnection between these concepts lies in the transformative potential they hold. Worship can lead to personal growth by fostering humility, gratitude, and a sense of purpose. In return, personal growth can enrich worship by making it more meaningful and heartfelt. This understanding of interconnection is significant because it highlights the holistic nature of pursuing consistency in spiritual practices and self-development. Consistent worship can anchor personal growth, providing motivation and spiritual insight. Meanwhile, personal growth can lead to deeper and more resonant experiences of worship, as a more developed persona can engage with worship practices more profoundly. For instance, Consider a person who regularly participates in community worship services. This practice not only enhances their spiritual life, but can also promote skills like empathy and communication, contributing to personal growth. Similarly, someone committed to personal development through meditation may find this introspective practice deepens their understanding and expression of worship, as inner peace and mindfulness enhance their spiritual connection. Support for this interconnected view often comes from spiritual leaders and self-help experts who emphasize that spiritual and personal development are mutually reinforcing. They argue that engaging in worship with a growth mindset can lead to transformative experiences, while a commitment to personal growth can make one's spiritual practices more authentic and deeply rooted. However, challenges and alternative viewpoints exist. Some critics may suggest that focusing too heavily on worship can detract from personal growth by encouraging conformity over individuality. Conversely, others might argue that an emphasis on personal growth could lead to self-centeredness, overshadowing communal or spiritual commitments. Ultimately, this point influences other aspects of maintaining consistency in worship and personal growth by emphasizing the importance of balance. Recognizing and nurturing the synergy between these areas can help individuals remain committed and grounded, cultivating a spiritual life that is both vibrant and evolving. This holistic approach facilitates resilience and enduring commitment, ensuring that worship and personal growth reinforce each other in a continuously enriching cycle. Establishing a daily routine in the context of worship and personal growth involves creating a structured schedule that incorporates regular practices or rituals aimed at enhancing one's spiritual life and overall personal development. This concept revolves around the idea of forming consistent habits that gradually become ingrained in daily life, leading to lasting growth and progress. The significance of establishing a daily routine in worship and personal growth cannot be overstated. Consistency is key to transformation, and by building habits through a daily routine, individuals can more effectively integrate their spiritual practices into their everyday lives. This consistent engagement helps prevent spiritual stagnation and promotes continuous development, allowing individuals to maintain their focus and commitment to their goals. A real-world application of this concept could be setting aside a specific time each day for meditation or prayer, which could help recenter an individual's focus and foster a deeper connection with their faith. Another example might be dedicating time each morning to reading inspirational texts or journaling, providing a reflective start to the day, and promoting mindfulness and introspection. Supporters of this approach argue that having a daily routine eliminates decision fatigue, creating an automatic structure that encourages long-term commitment. It allows habits to form seamlessly, reducing the likelihood of abandoning new initiatives. However, there are potential challenges to establishing a daily routine. Some may argue that adhering too rigidly to a routine can lead to legalism or ritualism, where the practice itself becomes more important than the intended spiritual growth. Others may find routines stifling, preventing them from adapting to life's unpredictability or exploring spontaneous spiritual experiences. An alternative viewpoint suggests that spiritual growth should be organic and not confined to a predetermined schedule. Establishing a daily routine in worship and personal growth also influences other aspects of an individual's life. It encourages discipline, which can enhance productivity and effectiveness in various areas, including work and relationships. Additionally, it can foster a sense of balance, as regular spiritual practices provide a stable foundation amidst the chaos of daily life. In conclusion, building habits through a daily routine is instrumental in staying consistent in worship and personal growth. It provides structure, fosters long-term commitment, and creates a foundation for spiritual and personal development. While challenges exist, the benefits of a well-designed routine often outweigh potential drawbacks, supporting individuals in their journey toward lasting transformation and growth. Balancing worship practices with everyday life involves integrating spiritual activities and beliefs into the daily routines of individuals. This concept ensures that one's spiritual practices, such as prayer, meditation, or attending religious services, do not become isolated events, but are intertwined with the demands and activities of everyday living. Its significance in the context of staying consistent in worship and personal growth cannot be overstated, as it promotes harmony between spiritual commitments and life's responsibilities. When individuals manage this balance effectively, they can maintain a steady path of spiritual and personal development without neglecting other crucial life areas such as work, family, and social obligations. Take, for example, a young professional who dedicates time during the morning commute to listen to spiritual podcasts or recite prayers. This practice allows them to start their day with a positive, focused mindset. Similarly, a busy parent might incorporate family prayer sessions or storytelling from religious texts into the bedtime routine, seamlessly blending spiritual teachings with family bonding. These examples illustrate how integrating worship into daily life can enhance a sense of purpose and connection to one's beliefs without overwhelming daily schedules. Support for this idea is found in various religious and spiritual teachings, which often emphasize living one's faith through everyday actions and decisions. Proponents argue that such integration not only nurtures a consistent spiritual life, but also enriches personal relationships and fosters a grounded, reflective lifestyle. However, striking this balance is not without challenges. Some individuals may find it difficult to prioritize spiritual activities amid hectic schedules, while others might struggle with guilt or stress if they perceive an imbalance between secular and spiritual commitments. Moreover, differing viewpoints exist on how much daily life should be influenced by spiritual practices, with some advocating for a more compartmentalized approach. Ultimately, the balance between worship practices and everyday life is a key component of consistent worship and personal growth. It connects deeply with other aspects of personal development, such as maintaining mental and emotional well-being and fostering a sense of community and belonging. By ensuring that spiritual practices are an integral part of everyday life, individuals can continue to grow in their faith while effectively managing the demands of the modern world. This holistic approach not only sustains spiritual health, but also reinforces the ability to navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. Consistency isn't about being perfect, it's about showing up even when it's hard. Start today. Take one small step toward building the habits that will shape your future. What's one commitment you can make right now to stay consistent in your growth? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you.